open that right now, bro. You been playing with me, bro. Them twins are not mine. Open this. Come on. What is this? This is DNA test for the twins. You know the twins? You said that was mine? 12 years? 12 years? You see this?
It ain't even
I need it. No, I don't care, bro. I went to go get the DNA test, bro. Stop playing.
First of all,
where's the money? I need my money. I don't care. I need my money.
12 years old.
I don't care.
If you want a DNA test, you should have got the DNA test when I laid on the table.
That don't mean nothing,
was
bro.
there.
No, I don't want.
It don't matter.
I got this
It don't
DNA
matter.
test.
12 years. Who else do they know?
Like, what is y'all? What is you doing?
Who else do they know?
I need my money.
I'm eating because every dollar I go out my food.
I don't care about none of that, bro. What? Where's my money? Lay that right here.
Clearly, you want to tussle.
Like,
You want to tussle.
like, come on. I need my money, bro.
The only time I would not recommend getting a DNA test is if you two were stranded on a deserted island for a year plus a month. They always deny it in the face of absolute proof.
We listen, but we don't judge. Yes, I had my first child at 13. I got pregnant at 13. Then I had another one at 15. Then popped another one at 16. Then 17. Then 18.
5 times. 5 times. 5 times.
19, and so on. Yes, I have 7 kids. I'm not ashamed of it. From 7 different men.
A clean 7 by 7?
And I'm currently pregnant right now with my 8th child.
7 kids from 7 different men starting from the age of 13 and now pregnant for the 8 at 20 years of age. That's crazy.
And that's by my food stamp plug. That helps me get $3,000 a month in food.
Maybe I'm tripping, but the food stamp plug is just Uncle Sam, right? What are we talking about here? I have so many unanswered questions.
Oh, yes. I mean, I was young, but I don't care.
She was young. Baby girl, you are 20. And you old.
I don't care. I love 7 kids, and I'm gonna continue to have more.
She finna be a whole 8 by 8. This nigga that work at the food stamp office is the 8th baby dad. I'm not gonna be the 2nd guy in a train, much less a 8th baby father.
Her oldest is 8 years old and almost half her age. Is she trying to beat the world record of women with the most kids or something?
If you're not giving as much as you're taking, then it's a problem. It's a problem. And we don't need you any longer to make babies. We don't need you to provide anymore, which even though you should, but we don't need you to do that because we are very capable of doing that on our own. And you can see that statistically because.
Oh boy, another woman who thinks the world can go on without men.
And we have been for many years. And it's just saddening to see that we're struggling out here. We're struggling. And quite honestly, we don't need you for anything. We can take care of ourselves in every aspect. And then when I say every, I mean every. There are things in place.
Women like these make other women look bad. Guys, please don't wait around for years before taking a paternity test. Secretly take the test within the first few months, and if it's positive, your wife doesn't even have to know you took the test. Better to know the truth sooner than later.
He then said that he wanted the DNA test. You know that that's your kid. I will never give you a DNA test. That's not going to happen.
No?
Because I know, of course not.
But if he's asking for it.
I will not go it. I did my research. I will never, ever give him a DNA test. You will need to take me to court.
There should be state law for DNA tests. Gets the man off the hook so he does not look like a jerk. This would be one small step to help men in family court. I want to see how bold and boastful she will be when the Trump administration starts cutting these programs for assistance. If a man can go to jail for child support, women should get jail time for paternity fraud.
40% of the children are not the man's child.
40%.
40%. He said 40%.
Somebody call Maury.
It's usually
make DNA testing.
It's
mandatory.
It's two scenarios. It's where the woman, the person's getting a DNA test because the woman claims that is their child. Turns out it's not. The other one is where the parent is on the deathbed and makes a confession, or they need a liver transplant, blood transfusion, and the blood type. There's no way that can actually be the father. So then they find out because of medical reasons. You mean that's not my father? Then the father finds out from that way. He said it took such a toll on him that he could no longer do it because he would be sitting on the phone counseling the men and the grown children who these women falsely accuse. We see it on Moore, we see it on paternity court, but yet we say men need to be held accountable.
What do you guys think? Should paternity testing be mandatory upon birth?
We need to bring back waiting till marriage and teach about the consequences of sleeping with multiple people. The past 60 to 70 years have proven that it isn't healthy and that it is dangerous. But teaching only goes so far. There needs to be legal consequences in place as well, and this is one of the starting points that needs to be done.
Ms. Velez, do you understand that he's asking to contest the acknowledgement and request of testing? What is your position, ma'am?
If that's what he wants, I'm up for it. But I was not aware when he did that DNA or what he did to my child. So, yes.
Oh, well, yeah, I know, ma'am. What happens? That happens sometimes, and they go to Walmart or H-E-B and get some over-the-counter test, and they do it without the mama. Which they really don't need the mama, but we do require it in our testing. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and put on the record that he is contesting the acknowledgement. That doesn't mean that he's not the father. Legally, he's recognized as the father because of the form, but he is contesting it. So paternity testing will be ordered. The state will make arrangements to have you tested, ma'am, and the child, and also, sir, to have you tested, okay?
Greatly appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much.
Sir.
One common problem with the existing system is that an unmarried mom seeking public assistance is required by law to identify the father when applying for benefits. In many instances, the true father and the mom are living together without the benefit of marriage, and they know from the word being out on the streets that honestly identifying the actual father will require him to pay child support, which gets funneled to the state, rather than the mom, to reimburse the state for the benefits it has already provided to the poor and single mom.
So men, we can't know who the father is, really. Like, unless we had our eyes on you 24/7. One of the biggest L's that you can take in life as a guy is to raise a child that you think is yours but isn't. So men have a much more vested interest in ensuring the paternity of their children, whereas for women, there's never a doubt of who's the parent for you.
Let's be real. The government may never make paternity fraud a crime. The government would do everything to prevent women from spending time in jail. However, the government can make laws to make paternity tests mandatory, and only the biological fathers to pay child support, not the stepfather or boyfriend or babysitter or some random stranger.
I actually did a DNA test for my son, and they came back to us and they said that the DNA test got ruined in transit and that they couldn't be 100% sure that that was my son or not. I was in a really weird pending situation where I didn't want to go tell the world that that was my son, and it wasn't. If you see my boy, you'll understand, the brightest blue eyes. And at the time I was like, I don't know. It actually wasn't until a week before the album came out that I got confirmation that that was definitely my son.
Even Drake did it. If DNA can absolve or convict a murderer, then it should be the last word on if a man pays for a child or not. If he isn't the biological father, then he's off the hook. It is then the responsibility of the mother to go after the biological father for support. Why are we continuing to reward women for bad behavior?
Bro, that's literally one of the worst things that can happen to a fucking man, where he finds out that the child that he believes his is not his, and the reason it is not his is because the woman he was with cheated on him, and then the fucking courts are forcing this man to continue being their father, biological father, to that child, bro, to the extent that this man gets thrown in jail. This bitch is getting incentivized to do dirt because the legal system is allowing this shit because of the fucking money, bro. And that's just a microcosm of everything going on within the fucking government. They ain't shit, bro. Like, I mean, yeah, fuck these hoes, but the goddamn government is the ultimate hoe because they allowing this shit, man. And it's taking till 2023. I mean, how long have women been taking advantage of this shit, bro? Like, paternity fraud is not something prosecuted. It's not enforced. It will be now, hopefully. I read some shit about it saying it's gonna be a misdemeanor. This bill will make it a misdemeanor when a person commits parentage fraud. But this shit should be a fucking felony. Fuck that.
Women need to stop sleeping around and then act all shocked when the guy wants to take a DNA test to make sure the kid is his. Tennessee making DNA tests mandatory. Texas getting rid of no-fault divorce, and Florida getting rid of permanent alimony. Women are slowly losing. Women have been lying to men for decades about paternity fraud. Thanks for watching Man Reacts. Show us your love and support by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Support us and help us spread support for men around the world. Do comment and share your thoughts. We're always up for a healthy debate and discussion.